on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on PM Unfiltered.
The best day of the year. The best day of the year!
All right, so I got an update on this whole Drew Sidora and Ralph situation. You know, a couple of days ago, I had posted a video that she had lost primary custody of her children. In that video, I did say that there was no way that he got primary custody of all three of her kids because the oldest is not his. He is not the biological father, someone else is, and I am correct. She will still have full custody of her son, but the other two, Ralph now is the primary custodial parent. So since that has come out, Drew Sidora has come onto her social media to, I guess, give a statement, pretty much, saying that, it was supposed to be a joint custody thing, but, Ralph during court snuck in that he needed to be primary, the primary custodial parent. And she does not mention anything or false allegations of her not taking her kids to school. So we're going to take a look at her statement. And then after she made the statement, she goes back to court to say, listen, me and my oldest son cannot leave this house or we're going to be homeless. Like, I only make $12,000 a year. I can afford to get a new place. I mean, just a struggle. You know what I mean? It's just so hard out here with $12,000 a month. All right, let's take a look at her statement. So this is what she had to say. Good morning. Some details regarding my divorce have recently become public, although the process is not yet finalized. During this time, Ralph and I are committed to co-parenting and doing what's best for our children. Were you really co-parenting, or were you guys using that app to communicate? Because y'all remember that? They would talk through the app. Mind you, they was living in the same household. She was upstairs. He was downstairs in the basement. Let me tell you something. These are two people that may have somewhat liked each other in the beginning of their relationship, but definitely as time went on, they just both could not stand each other. And it's always a tit for tat type of thing with them. She'll win sometimes, he'll win sometimes. And right now he's on top. But it says, while certain things are beyond my control, my focus remains on showing up every day as the best mother I can be. Living in the public eye comes with challenges, but I'm choosing to move forward with grace, growth, and intention. My children are my priority, and I'm committed to leading with love, peace, and positivity. There is no ill intent towards anyone, just a continued focus on healing, evolving, and becoming the best version of myself. I can appreciate this statement, but I also just see the fakeness, in this statement, because we see that you two don't like each other. We see that Ralph really can't stand you. You guys can't even talk to one of you. You have two children. Y'all can't even have a conversation face to face. Y'all have to talk through an app. So at the end of the day, your children aren't the priority, because y'all letting things like that get in the way. And if these allegations are true, that you're not taking your kids to school, where is the disconnect here? Because if you can't take them to school, why isn't he? He's in tech, right? This is where he is. I was looking at some comments after I posted the video, on social media. He's in the tech world, right? He doesn't own a tech company, but he's in the tech world. I guess he works with someone else. This is what I'm assuming. You know what I mean? So most people who are in tech work from home. Again, y'all can't just bite the bullet to say, listen, I'm going out of town for work. The kids got to be in school at a certain time. Please make sure you get them ready and dressed and dropped off. First of all, they live in they live in suburbia. You telling me the schools don't have school buses to pick them up either? So all you got to do, if that's the case, all you got to do is drop them off at the curb. Drop them off the curb, stand there by the door, watch them. All right, they're in the bus, and toodaloo, go back inside the house. Again, if these allegations are true, your kids are not the priority. They're not the priority. You guys' pride is the priority in this whole situation. So after she made her statement, then it was posted on social media that she went to the courts to say that she cannot move out of the house because remember, she has until May 31st to move out of their mansion. So she goes to court to tell the judge, listen, I can't afford to move me and my oldest son out of the house. You know what I mean? We're going to be homeless. I didn't know $12,000 was such a difficult monthly income that you just can't get an apartment or condo or rent a home. So let's read that. Hold on, let me scroll over. And then I'll thoroughly read it to you guys. So it says, Drew Sidora told the judge that she does not have the financial resources or funds to move out of the home she shares with Ralph Pittman. She also has not picked out a new home, which makes it difficult for her to move out by May 31st. Let me tell y'all something. At this current moment in our economy, it is, I believe, a buyer's, I think it's a, what do they call it? It's a buyer's market, right? So currently there's a lot of houses on the market that are not being sold because a lot of people are struggling. Nobody's really buying houses. So it's really a buyer's market. And then some people, or I should say some people in real estate who are trying to sell their home, they're actually just turning it for rent so they can make some sort of profit from the home. So I don't want to hear any excuse from Drew that she can't find a home. Trust me, she can't. She doesn't want to. She wants to make sure she remains in the home. This is all, again, a tit for tat thing between her and Ralph. And she's making $12,000. Don't tell me you cannot find something with $12,000. I understand that you have a manager. I understand that you have a publicist. But again, if your children are the priority, there's some things that need to be adjusted. So you'll be able to have that stable home for you and your oldest son. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. So I'm going to pause the video right here because I forgot to say this in the video. Drew Sidora claims that she only makes $12,000 a month. $12,000, I think $44 to be exact, a month. But for this current season, Drew got paid $1.3 million for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know how Bravo is paying them. I don't know if they're paying them in one lump sum or partially, but where is that money going? Is she paying the mortgage? What bills is she paying? Where is this money going? And I hope she has an answer for that and she's not hiding her funds to win a game with Ralph. I really hope not, because again, he is going to win over you. She has to think smart when she's playing this game with Ralph. But back to the video. She says Drew added that Ralph's income is 3 times higher than hers. I think it's like around $70,000. And she also claims he initially agreed to share joint physical custody, but then changed his request to primary custody while they were at court. Yes, he did, because he got wind that you weren't taking the kids to school. So he held onto that card until he got to court to get you. And he was successful. You got to be smarter, Drew. You got to be really smart and not let your guard down when it comes to this man. He is devious. He's disgusting. He's a disgusting human being. And he does not really care about being the custodial parent to your children. He just wants to get back at you for whatever reason. We don't know why he dislikes her so much. We don't know that. We've seen a lot of things on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but it doesn't really show us why he dislikes her so much and why he wants to hurt her so much. You get what I'm saying? But there hasn't been any ruling to the decision of, allowing her to stay in the home. The judge is probably still deciding. But Drew, again, you lost the custody of the 2 kids. You have till May 31st. You might want to start looking for places. You really should. Because if the judge rules against this, what are you going to do? If you can't rent a home, rent an apartment. If you got to rent an apartment for $3,000, $4,000, then so be it for the time being, excuse me. Sometimes you got to swallow your pride to make sure you and your children are good. This is a really sad situation. These two, I don't know how old Ralph is. Drew's definitely in her late 30s. I'm assuming Ralph is possibly in his early 40s. But these two, I don't know. They tried therapy and it obviously didn't work, but these two are a mess. They're toxic and something has got to change. But what are you guys' thoughts on this update? Y'all let me know down below in the comment section. Make sure you like this video, subscribe if you have not, and I will see you guys in the next one.